Good evening, and it's great to have you with us as we start another week here. And we begin tonight with the race for the White House and what could happen tomorrow on both sides. Could Donald Trump effectively wrap up the nomination? Tonight, Trump and his new defense arguing his rallies are not violent. In his words, they're a love fest. It comes after tense moments on that Ohio stage, Trump looking unsettled himself, the Secret Service rushing to protect him, a protester trying to jump onto the stage. And, of course, the violent clashes in Chicago. Donald Trump with new reaction to that tonight, and Sarah Palin now defending him. And the new polls this evening in Ohio, Donald Trump tied in one poll with Governor John Kasich. While in Florida, Trump leading Marco Rubio in his home state easily. So tonight, if Trump wins Ohio and Florida tomorrow, is this nearly done? ABC's Tom Yamas leads us off from Youngstown, Ohio.
Tonight, Donald Trump casting his raucous rallies as kumbaya sessions.
I'm a peace-loving person, folks. We love peace. We all love peace. There's no violence. There's love fest. These are love fests.
Today, a very different Trump from the candidate fired up against those protesters.
So if you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them.
And they started punching back. It was a beautiful thing.
I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you. I promise you, I will pay for the legal fees.
Some recent Trump events seeming more like riots than rallies. In Chicago, fistfights. In Kansas City, police using pepper spray. And in North Carolina, this Trump supporter charged with assault after sucker punching a protester. Now Trump may pay his legal bills.
The man got carried away.
Right.
He was 78 years old. He obviously loves this country, and maybe he doesn't like seeing what's happening to the country. I've actually instructed my people to look into it, yes.
At times, the violence even startling Trump himself, grabbing his podium when a protester rushed the stage in Dayton, Ohio. The Secret Service jumping into action. Trump later tweeting the protester, quote, has ties to ISIS. Turns out that was a hoax. But today, security visibly tighter as top Trump supporter Sarah Palin defended him.
What we don't have time for is all that petty, punk-ass little thuggery stuff that's been going on with these quote-unquote protesters.
Trump's rivals now seizing on the chaos.
This country is not about us tearing one another down or having fistfights at a campaign rally. That's not what America is.
Senators Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz both point out how they handle protesters at their events.
Oh, look, a Bernie Sanders sign. Don't worry, you're not going to get beat up at my rally.
Isn't it amazing how we can have that conversation without anyone getting violent, anyone insulting anybody?
But the candidates now faced with a dilemma, having all pledged to support Trump if he's the Republican nominee. Rubio sounding anguished when asked if he'll stand by that promise.
I don't know. I still, at this moment, continue to intend to support the Republican nominee, but it's getting harder every day.
But no such hesitation from Cruz.
At the outset of this campaign, I committed I will support the Republican nominee, and I honor my word.
And Tom Yamas joins us live from Ohio tonight. And Tom, you talked to a lot of Trump supporters today, and they told you they're not bothered by the violent scenes erupting?
David, as you see Donald Trump's plane pulling up, many of the supporters I spoke to in the crowd just behind me, and none of them hold Donald Trump accountable for the violence at his rallies. One woman told me Donald Trump could say anything and she would still vote for him. Another man told me there are instances where Trump supporters should physically fight back against those protesters. David?
Tom Yamas leading us off tonight. Tom, thank you.